Alright, hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Dutch here once again, and welcome back to the Labyrinth. So, as always, I've got some poems for you guys, so without further ado, let's get right into it, especially because this video is going to be going up pretty late, so let's get right to it. So, as always, if you're new to Nigel's Tales from the Labyrinth, first of all, welcome, but also, I read 5 poems, 3 from myself, 2 from other poets, so let's get right into it. So this first one is called Raining a Lot Lately. It's been raining a lot lately, almost every day. It seems like there's many gray clouds almost everywhere I go. Oh, and it has been raining a lot lately. In fact, I think it might still be raining right now, unless it just slowed down. But yeah, it has been raining quite a bit. Very rainy summer. It's a very hot summer, but it's also a very rainy summer as well. And I guess it's nice to combat the heat sometimes. But it has been raining quite a bit lately. You know. Oh, and yeah. So rain been ever present this summer. Then this next one is called Skeletons. It seems many people have some skeletons in their closets, either things they let die or things they need hidden. I'm sure you guys heard the expression skeletons in the closet, meaning normally it means, like, I put 2 meanings here, but normally means you got something to hide. If you got skeletons in the closet, that means you're trying to hide something. And a lot more people, it seems like a lot of people have things to hide, things they're not necessarily proud of whether minor or major. A lot of people have some things that they definitely want to hide, and it's kind of interesting. It's not uncommon. It's been happening for millennia, but just something of interest, something I took note of. And this next one is called This Love. This love toils like a hammer, strong and fierce, destroying obstacles, burning like a roaring flame, bright and powerful as a supernova, consuming everything everywhere, radiating with energy, like electricity surging through my veins, rushing like blood, mixing with emotions, mesmerized like fireworks, lighting up this little world that you and I share. So this poem I actually wrote a while ago, about a couple years back, but this is for the people who are of course in love and stuff at the moment. Love can be a very powerful, passionate thing. When you have a lot of love for someone, and it feels powerful. It feels powerful like a hammer, or like a supernova, or like a light. Hey, you get electricity, you get goosebumps. It's just every time you think of that person, and so, kind of describing love and love that you feel. I don't remember if I wrote this about anybody in particular at the time, but you can apply it to your average everyday life. If you're in love with someone, shout out to all the people who are in love out there. And this next one is called Self-Portrait, and this is by Robert Creeley. He wants to be a brutal old man, an aggressive old man, as dull, as brutal as the emptiness around him. He doesn't want compromise, nor to be ever nice to anyone, just mean and final in his brutal, his total rejection of it all. Oh, he tried the sweet, the gentle, the oh, let's hold hands together, and it was awful, dull, brutally inconsequential. Oh, now he'll stand on his own dwindling legs. His arms, his skin, shrink daily, and he loves but hates equally. A lot of things, a lot of bad things talking about this old person that Mr. Creeley is talking about here. Robert Creeley is talking about, but considering a self-portrait, the indication is that he feels these things about himself. Why does he feel these things about himself? Not entirely sure, but perhaps this is how he sees himself. Oftentimes, we have a self-image of ourselves that may or may not be different from how others see us. Sometimes the way we see ourselves, usually, more traditionally, it may be more positive or more negative than how other people see us, and how Robert Creeley sees himself as brutal, dull, aggressive old man, and perhaps all the things he's been through caused him to see himself this way. Hey, at least that may be the indication here. it's an interesting way he's going about it. Talking about it here, and it leaves the questions one. It leaves questions such as, how do we get to this point? Why does he feel this way about himself? But this final one is called Happiness, and this is by Raymond Carver. So early it's still almost dark out. I'm near the window with coffee and the usual early morning stuff that passes for thought, when I see the boy and his friend walking up the road to deliver the newspaper. They wear caps and sweaters, and one boy has a bag over his shoulder. They are so happy. They aren't saying anything, these boys. I think if they could, they would take each other's arm. It's early in the morning, and they are doing this thing together. They come on, slowly. The sky is taking on light, though the moon still hangs pale over the water. Such beauty that for a minute, death and ambition, even love, doesn't enter into this. Happiness, it comes on unexpectedly, and goes beyond, really, any early morning talk about it. We see Raymond here, staring out his window, pretty early in the morning, if it's dark, about to be light out, looking at the dawn, which I've done a few times, and it is pretty cool and pretty nice and very pretty to see sometimes. But talking about how he usually gets up at this time, the indication being that he's usually up at this time in the morning, but he sees two boys walking, and they may be friends, they may be more, or it's implied that they possibly could be more, but for now we'll say these boys are friends. And seeing them walking and seeing the sun start to rise as it's dawn and everything, and even though the moon is still there, the moon usually still lingers for a while even with the sunlight. Talking about how beautiful it is that everything else kind of fades away, and sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes as you look out the window or look at other stuff, sometimes your problems and what you're thinking about seems to just fade away. And so if there was something else on Raymond's mind here, or perhaps just the narrator, even if it's not necessarily Raymond, but if there's anything else on the narrator's mind, then it kind of just phases out as he sees not just the sun rising, but also the boys walking down the street delivering the newspapers. Which, fun fact, I have never actually seen a paper boy at all, or anybody delivering newspapers door to door. Or normally I've seen like the newspapers in like the stores and everything, and I think maybe that's why I haven't seen a traditional paper boy, or that obviously a lot of newspapers and stuff are digital now. But interesting that is in the poem there. But nevertheless, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video so you can see it as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the poems and my analysis of the poems. Did you like to select the poems? Did you like to select my analysis of the poems? And what's your analysis of each poem? But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.